You may not know it by looking at it, but inside this unassuming building is an upscale shopping experience, and we have an all-day pass. Come on, let's go check it out. Butchertown Market in Louisville, Kentucky is minutes from downtown and is a collection of businesses and shops. It was built in the early 1880s, and the building shows the stately historical architecture. There's a nice mix of specialty shops and one-of-a-kind gifts and gourmet treats. Today, we're going to roll up our sleeves to learn about aging small batch soy sauce in bourbon barrels, make delicious artisan chocolate truffles, and try our hand at fragrant handmade candles. We start our day at Bourbon Barrel Foods. Their philosophy is to make quality gourmet sauces and seasonings by adhering to a three-word philosophy: slow, small, simple. They employ a hands-on approach to developing relationships with farmers throughout the state of Kentucky. They also just so happen to be the only company in the United States that microbrews soy sauce. Okay, so I'm here with Matt Jamie, and he is the founder of Bourbon Barrel Foods, which is really kind of a remarkable business. I mean, we were just talking about it. You kind of decided to venture into this, and in a kind of an unconventional way with kind of a very traditional product.
Yeah, you know, most people think of soy sauce and they immediately think of Asia, you know, Japanese, sushi. They don't think Kentucky.
Right.
So, you know, I think that's part of what's helped with its success is we have a great story. You know, we've been able to draw from a rich history and heritage that the state has with the making of bourbon, but then make a soy sauce. You know, it's transitioned well. You know, we have a good story, but we also back it up with a really good product.
Absolutely. Well, I think what I love about it is that, you know, you're using local soybeans right here in Kentucky. You're doing it in a way that's very traditional for Japanese soy. I mean, you're aging it to kind of their really high standards and doing that, but yet you're infusing it with this very non-traditional kind of bourbon essence.
Right. So we do buy our beans locally. They're a non-GMO soybean. The wheat also comes from within the state, and it's a soft red winter wheat. So bourbons that use wheat are using a soft red winter, and it's actually grown by a guy that sells to one of the major bourbon brands here in the state. The water we get trucked in from Bardstown, so it is pure limestone filtered Kentucky spring water, and it's soy sauce. You would think that the most important ingredient might be soybeans. It's actually the water. You know, the water is really important to the product. Okay. And for the same reason, the distillers like the water. You know, it's mineral rich.
Right.
It's a hard water. Gives bourbon body. It does the same thing for our soy sauce. So it's a fermented product. The yeasts can really cultivate well in that water, and we like it for the same reasons that the distillers do. We age it for 12 months in bourbon barrels.
And that's pretty uncommon. I mean, not a lot of other places outside of maybe some very premium places in Japan are doing that, right?
It's very uncommon. You know, it's easy for me to say I'm the only soy sauce microbrewer in the U.S. I'm the only one in the world that is fermenting in bourbon barrels.
Right.
So it's a nice thing when you own a business to be able to say, I'm the only.
Right.
You know, I'm the only one doing this, I'm the only one doing that. I'm probably the only blonde-haired guy in the world that makes soy sauce.
Well, that's good. Well, I know it's all that great Kentucky local product and the farmers you're supporting, and a lot of time and attention, and it goes into every bottle and jar. I can't wait to get in there and see how it's all made.
All right, let's go check it out.
Bourbon Barrel Foods uses a unique culinary technique of fermenting and aging inside repurposed bourbon barrels. These distinctive products have launched the company into superstardom, with celebrity chefs popping up all over using Matt's sauces and spices. Today, I get the inside look at how a Kentucky signature item gets a new spin. Okay, so we're here at some bourbon barrels here. I see Woodford Reserve right on the lid here. So tell me, there's some various stages, I guess, that they're in?
Right, so these are fairly new, and these are probably a week, maybe 2 weeks old.
Okay.
And what you'll see when I take the lid off is that the soybeans and the wheat are starting to break down and denature.
Okay.
I don't know what the word denature means, but I think I read it somewhere. But this one is probably close to 4 weeks old.
Okay.
And you can see that the soybeans have broken down almost completely. You see some remnants of the wheat in there, but it's become a slurry. And what's happening is the yeast is still active. It'll remain active for about 6 weeks. But the salt that is in the soy sauce, in the brine, is there to control the environment.
Okay.
If we didn't have the salt in there, we would have a lot of bad bacteria getting in here, and we wouldn't really have anything that's worth eating. But from here, it'll age a total of 12 months, and it'll darken as it ages. It's fun, it's fascinating, and you know, we do tours, so people come in here. There's not many people in the U.S. that have actually seen soy sauce brewed.
Right.
So it's interesting to see the reaction that they have from it. You know, they know what soy sauce looks like when it's finished.
Right.
This looks nothing like soy sauce right now.
Well, and it's great that people can come in and get tours and kind of see that Kentucky-made product right here.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, then again, we've taken a predominantly Asian condiment and made it Southern.
Kentucky-fied it.
Kentucky-fied it, yeah.
Well, it's not just celebrity chefs that are clamoring for more. Bourbon Barrel Foods appeals to all, and it has become the Kentucky souvenir gift of choice for Bourbon County. Make sure and add this deliciously unique product to your local traveler pantry list. Cellar Door Chocolates is a small batch confectionery chocolate company right in the same building as Bourbon Barrel Foods. They had me at chocolate. Let's go.
Cellar Door Chocolates makes artisan chocolates. You might be asking yourself, just what is artisan chocolate anyway? It is a chocolate that is handmade by a skilled artisan in small batches, using time-honored skills. Modern artisans are also innovators in flavors and techniques.
So I'm here with Erica Chavez Graziano, and you are the founder, owner, creator of Cellar Door Chocolates. You do it all.
Right, right.
How did you get into chocolate making? I hear there was kind of a professor that had something to do with this.
It was an academic advisor in grad school.
Okay.
I was abandoning academia, and she suggested that I do something with my truffles. I would just make them for fun, you know, kind of like a stress relief.
Well, tell me just a little bit about that process.
Well, first of all, a truffle is comprised of two parts. You have the ganache, which is the center, and the enrobing, which is the outside. That's a couverture. A couverture is one of the purest forms of chocolate you can get. It doesn't have wax in it. It must be tempered. It's somewhat of an arduous process to get it to behave the way you want it to behave.
Okay.
But the ganache center, that's something we make ahead of time. Ganache is just chocolate with the milk fat and any other ingredients you want to add.
Okay.
The one we're going to dip today has bourbon in it.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, and then we'll sprinkle that with a bourbon barrel smoked sugar.
Oh, good. Oh, that's a nice tie-in. Well, and I guess, do you use other local products too? And
we do. We use Red Hot Roasters espresso.
Okay.
To make drinks, but also in our truffles and our chocolate bars.
Good. So you're always looking for those kind of local things to infuse it with.
Right, right. Just to play with. You got to keep it interesting.
Sure. Well, thank you. I'll let you get back. I know you've got a lot to do.
Thank you.
While Cellar Door Chocolates makes mouth-watering buttercreams, barks, and cups, it is the truffles that have gotten my attention. With flavors like Imperial Stout, green chili coconut, and cayenne pepper, they sound anything but ordinary.
Okay, I'm here with Kate Lyons. She is the head chocolatier, and Erica said that I was in great hands with you, so I'm excited for you to teach me this process.
It's something that we do a lot of, so it's something good that we can share with other people too.
Good. Okay, so you're starting out, you were telling me a little bit, this is a different kind of chocolate.
It's couverture, which means that it must be tempered, otherwise you see streaks in it and things like that. Whenever you see chocolate that's doesn't look too tasty, that's probably what you're looking at.
Okay. Okay. So this is called the tempering process.
Yes. We use these machines for milk and dark, and we put it into the back, and it's a whole process of bringing the chocolate up to a temperature and then dropping it back down and then holding it somewhere in the middle as long as we're using it, and it will come out looking like a pretty chocolate.
Oh, good. Okay. So, and this is the ganache, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And this can be flavored for anything. The one we have here is a bourbon ganache, but we do them, we probably have around 30 different flavors of ganache that we do.
Oh, nice. Do you have a favorite?
I like the stout.
Okay. Yeah, I did read you did an imperial stout. The combinations you guys use are just so innovative.
We try to. It's one of the things that we specialize in. Part of it is Erica's from New Mexico, so some of those spicy things drift their way into our chocolate.
Sure.
And then some other local things find their way into.
Yeah. Okay, so these are the ganaches. They're already ready. You've already kind of pre-done these.
Yes.
And are these frozen? Are they cold or?
No, they're room temperature.
Okay, yeah.
And we make them normally about a day in advance, and that way they can kind of sit up on their own a little bit. Otherwise, they get to be a little soft.
Okay.
And then we go through and we dip them in the tempering machine. And going from that state, once they're dipped, they are good for about 8 weeks or so.
Oh, good. Okay, great. Well, we're going to see the head chocolatier at work here. Well, I'm here with Sarah Walker, and she is the retail supervisor here at Cellar Door Chocolates. And man, you have a fun job. You get to look at all this yummy chocolate and be an expert on all of it.
It's fantastic. The hard part's just not eating all of it.
I know, I can imagine I would be doing that. Well, tell me, there's just such a wide range of things to choose from. Tell me a little bit about all the different varieties you have.
You know, we have a lot of options. We have some things that are just like dipped in chocolate, like the graham crackers are very popular, our pretzels, and then we have all of our selection of truffles and bourbon balls.
Okay.
So our number one seller though is the sea salt caramel. And this one is definitely one you're gonna have to try.
Okay.
It's got the gooey caramel inside, so you wanna pop the whole thing in at once.
Okay.
Because it can get kind of messy.
Okay, that's good to note.
You can't not try this.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
That's the common reaction to it.
That is so good. I'm gonna have to take a seat. I'm just like, that was really good. So people can come in and talk to you, and you can match them up with the right flavor.
Yep, they can get an assortment of whatever they like. Because that's one of the things that people don't know. They think they have to come in and buy like a pre-made box. But you can select whatever chocolates you want in there, so you can make sure that you get what you're wanting.
That's great. Well, good. I've got some shopping to do, I think.
If you are a budding chocolatier yourself, then Cellar Door Chocolates is for you. They recently added a custom chocolate bar station, so those who like to do it themselves can now choose from over 15 different fillings to create their very own dark or milk chocolate bar. Now that's my kind of bar.
Well, we've pampered our tummies with Bourbon Barrel Foods and Cellar Door Chocolates. Now it's time to pamper our skin.
Handmade soaps, lotions, bath oils, candles. You want pampering, you got it at Moss Hill. Their Bath & Body collection is a result of specialized attention. All their products are made in small batches from original recipes. The products from this company also bear the Kentucky Craft Market seal.
Okay, so I'm here with TERRI, and she is the Vice President of Moss Hill Bath & Body Collection. And you actually are kind of getting to work with a really good friend from middle school, right?
Yes, it's a great perk. Come to work and get to have fun and hang out with your friends.
That's pretty. I'm going to be calling some of my middle school friends, so just wait. Well, tell me a little bit about what you do. I know you're You're kind of the business end. You're all business.
We all do a little bit of everything.
Sure.
So my main priority to help Jeanine out and help the business out is to do the books and keep track of our expenses and things like that. But when we're preparing for a show, or heavy sales at the Christmas time, you know, we're out here making products, labeling products, because we do it all from the beginning to the end. You know, we package it, cut the labels out, glue them on. We do the whole thing. So
all hands on deck.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, and this is definitely a craft. I mean, it's hand done, and you're kind of using these techniques that have been kind of time honored, right?
Yes, and it's one of those things that, you know, people have been making soaps and candles and things like that for years and years, but Jeanine adds her special twist onto it, and then the customer satisfaction. Anytime somebody comes in, we want them to feel like we're friends, you know?
Sure. I felt that way right when I came in. We shared a bunch of laughs and giggled all around. I thought, this is a pretty fun place to work, I bet.
It is. It's great. And so we want our customers to feel that too, that personal touch.
A quick glance on the Moss Hill website, and it is easy to see that they have a devout following. Phrases such as exceeded my expectations and words like natural, lovely, and amazing are among the things you will read on their customer testimonial page. I'm excited to get to see firsthand how these products are created.
I am back in the fun kind of epicenter of creativity back here. We're about ready to make some candles, and I'm with Jeanine MONEYPENNY, and you are the founder and president and creator and and all kinds of things here at Moss Hill Bath and Body Collection. And I'm excited to learn kind of how to do this.
Okay, well, actually today we're going to work on our lemon ginger pumpkin sea salt scrub. It's one of our most popular products, and it's a fairly new one, just out for about a year. Usually we make them in big tubs to where we make around 50 to 75 at a time. Today, I know, time allowing, I thought we'd just make one batch, basically. So first you start out with your dead sea salts, and we'll put some gloves on. And what I did was I went ahead and measured out things so we don't have to kind of fool around with that so much. All you want to do is, this right here is our vitamin E. We have a little bit to that. We do our oil is a sweet almond oil. That's the carrier we use. So if you want to take a fork and just kind of mix that up a little bit. We mix it up, it tends to blend a little bit better, so it kind of all incorporates. Then, this is our fragrance. We blend all our fragrances, so they're very unique for Moss Hill. You're not going to smell them anywhere else that you go. So this is our fragrance, which is our lemon ginger. And then mix that up a little bit. Oh, I forgot to get containers out. I'm going to get those in a sec. And then what you want to do is just kind of drizzle it all over. And it smells so yummy, doesn't it? We try to make them very subtle. I personally don't even like walking into stores where it just hits you in the face when you walk in. So we usually get a lot of compliments. Okay, so we do that, and then this is our pumpkin flakes. They're dried pumpkin flakes. That works as an exfoliant also. Pumpkin flakes also have antioxidants in them, so they're good for your body too. So you just sprinkle that all in. Yeah, just sprinkle that all around. And then what you do, this is the fun part. It's like playing in sand.
Oh, nice.
Just mix it all with your hands, and I just take my little cup. We just spoon it in, and you shake it so it pretty much gets all to the bottom. Because we want to make sure everybody gets a good amount. And then you just put it on there, and it's ready to be labeled.
That's great. So it smells good, it's soothing, but then it's really good for your skin. It's got the oils.
It has the oils in it, and it has the dead sea salts that pull out the toxins. It has the pumpkin flakes, which is an antioxidant. Vitamin E is great for your skin. What's nice about this is it exfoliates your skin, but the sweet almond oil helps kind of trap the moisture in, so you don't need to use as much lotion after you get out of the shower.
Okay, so now we get to make some candles. I guess you've got some of the fragrance in here.
We do. I went ahead and put the fragrances in because we blend a lot of our fragrances together, so it gives that uniqueness. And we use 100% soy wax in our candles, which helps It burns very naturally. It doesn't put out that black soot that sometimes will get on the walls or whatever. Very natural. What we do is we just pour these in here. I'm going to pour this row. Whoop, sometimes you make a mess. It's one of the things. It comes off the candle tin though. It's not that big of a problem. I'm going to pour this because the first row is a little heavier. It's a little harder to do at first.
Oh, you can smell the fragrance. I think with the heat and everything, it kind of activates that.
Because we put our fragrance in first. So if you want to, would you want to do that?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, and then I'll be getting the wicks ready, and then I'll let you do the wicks and the other one too.
30 stores across the United States now carry Moss Hill Bath & Body products, and Southern Living featured their fleur-de-lis soaps in their magazine. With such individualized attention being given to each product throughout the creation process, it is no wonder why this business continues to succeed and garner attention.
If you like shopping local, then Butchertown Market is the place for you. We have pampered every inch of our bodies here. We've been to Bourbon Barrel Foods, Cellar Door Chocolates, and Moss Hill Bath & Body Collection. Make sure to visit those stores amongst all the other shops here to pamper yourself and get your local traveler experience.